looks like you're seeing double. This is actually a second Keywest Series 800 video generator, and it turns out that the model number, I believe, is actually the 840AE. So this one glitched out on me, and sometimes when I power it up I can get it to come back, and other times it just doesn't boot at all. So because I had the two in the lab, I was able to compare signals between both of them, and I tried swapping the only socketed chip, which is the microprocessor. It is a 6809, and that didn't solve my problem. But I was poking around with the oscilloscope, and I noticed that the A10 line was being pulled fairly low, and with the chip out of the socket, I can actually measure a 38 ohm load between A10 and ground. So I was poking around the board, and I'm thinking it is the memory chip, which is, I believe, a 68Z128, because that's where I saw the lowest resistance on A10. So I'm kind of hoping that is the problem, because there is a couple of FPGAs on this board, and if either one of those is bad, I'm not going to be able to repair this. And as it sits, I've already tried doing some reflow work, thinking it might have been a bad solder joint, but that wasn't the issue. But I was able to find another one of these chips. It's a TSOP32 package, so hopefully I'll be able to replace that. Alright, so we'll heat up our hot air gun here. I think I'm going to set it to about 620 degrees and a low temperature setting. So give her some flux here. Find some tweezers and we'll just go at it. Might actually have to switch the hot air gun to a broader tip, just because the package is so wide. It's a bit better. Give that a shot. And unfortunately, kind of looks like we can't get it to budge with the hot air. Okay, so we didn't make much progress with the hot air method on this board because it is a 4-layer board, and layers 2 and 3 are probably power and ground, and they're just sucking out whatever heat we can throw in here. So I'm going to try a 2-iron method to get this chip off. All right. Okay, let's take a look. It doesn't look like we lost any traces, which is good. So we just have to clean up the pads a bit with our solder wick. Dude. Alright, I've switched to a broader tip. Find some paper towel. Okay, so with the chip off the board, I'm going to pull out a voltmeter and put it on ohms here. And we'll measure our microprocessor socket to see if we cleared the short. And yeah, looks like it was definitely that memory chip. So that's a good thing. Now the question is, can we get the new chip soldered in? So I was able to supply some new chips. These are also the 55 nanosecond version. So originally I had ordered the 70 nanosecond version, but the chip we're replacing is a 55. So watch out for that. It might matter that it needs the faster one because it's probably doing more memory, faster memory operations. Just make sure when sourcing a RAM chip and EEPROMs for that matter that you get your speed at least matched or better than the part you're replacing. I'm looking under the bench-mounted magnifying glass just because the pads on this chip are so close together. And then also another fun problem we're having is that the leads on the chip tend to land in between the copper. So like right there, the chip is perfectly so I'm trying to put the new memory chip on the pads, and it's actually kind of difficult because the leads are so small on this package, and right now I actually have the chip seated in between the lands on the circuit board. So that's fun. And I'm using the bench magnifier to look through to align this, which is why you're seeing some glare. Haven't decided what method I'm gonna try to do to solder this, whether I use paste or something like that. Okay, here is the view of our chip through the looking glass. So we are finally in alignment. So I'm using a ultra fine needle tip on the iron right now. Not exactly sure what the part number is, but seems to be doing the business. Okay, I've got the new RAM chip installed and the flux cleaned up. I measured with the meter to make sure we didn't have any shorts, but you never know until you plug it in. So let's give her some power here. That's a good sign. And we have a picture. One moment while I plug the keyboard in. Okay. So this is me randomly typing with the keyboard, and it looks like we got a successful repair out of that. Alright, so these character generators have the ability to take incoming video and overlay over it. So I haven't quite figured out how to change my background color. Maybe one of these is transparent. We'll just have to see. There we go. There's the transparent. So there we go. We can change our, actually, character color changes the incoming, but yeah, successful repair. So thank you for your time, and as always, try to enjoy yourselves the rest of the day.